Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. So in this video, I'm going to go over my best AFK methods for 2024 and the methods I'll be using on this account to basically chill out, wind down if I don't really feel like playing the game. So method number one, as you can see by the screen, is going to relate to RuneScape's newest skill, Necromancy. So one of the best money makers by far on the first couple of weeks of Necromancy was doing lesser necroplasm due to the huge demand on it. Now, because of certain things and price change and stuff like that, it did sort of hit the floor. But lately, doing the lesser necroplasm ritual has started to move back upwards to about 8 to 9 mil per hour. And with how easy this is, basically you just click every 45 seconds. For me, this could be a way just to make some side money, whether I'm playing the Bond account or this account, just to bring a little bit in for that. Now, in terms of doing this, really you want level 90 Necromancy to have the ability for the third ritual site. You want the Tomb of 2, which is probably one of the most highest needed items out of a lot, because it will provide 5% chance of bonus lesser necroplasm as well. And that's basically it really. You need your standard inks and stuff, and really you want to push for as many multipliers as you can, but be careful of the price of how much a multiplier glyph will cost. It might be better to use a multiplier 2 glyph than a 3 just due to how cheaper it is compared to the other one. But even now, it is still pretty good in terms of money making method, and the fact that ectoplasm is quite high in terms of price just means it's even better. So like necroplasm currently is 4k each. So that's about 40k from the ectoplasm and about 60 to 70k from the necroplasm. You're making 100k per ritual, and you can do upwards to 80 rituals per hour. And not only that, you will have your random events as well, which will either give you some bonus XP or give you some form of loot, which will go straight into your crate. But yeah, by far not the absolute best money making method for AFK, which we used to have, but it's still very, very chill. If you're not after the pure money making ability of Necromancy, you can also train it as well. Training Necromancy is very AFK, and to be fair, decent XP, but you do need to look out for the random events. One thing I'm looking at for another video, hopefully it's out by the time this is released, is whether making the bars and upgrading the weapons and the armors is a better play in terms of rituals as opposed to your necroplasms. So this next one will never come as a surprise to anyone. Elder Logs is definitely going to be one I'll be doing in the new year. In terms of Woodcutting XP as well, it's very, very good Woodcutting XP, and I don't really notice what it gives me. I'd like to hit 150 mil Woodcutting XP this year, and that's a little side goal for myself. But to do that, I'll pretty much do Elders for the majority of it because it's so chill in AFK, and I can just hop between the patches. And at the minute, it's still some decent profit. It's still about 5 to 6 mil per hour, and again, it heavily depends on the price of logs. But because the bonus XP is coming up, I do think that the price of logs will continue to go up because the Elder frames will also go up, just because they are the best form of construction XP out there. Currently, an Elder Log is just under 11k, which for me is more than good enough for that as well. In terms of things needed for this, 90 Woodcutting is what you need for Elders. You want some form of Porter or Grace of the Elves, or use your Premier Artifact. And if you do have it, the Imicado Hatchet, with your best form of perks on top as well. But yeah, by far one of my favourite skills lately, just due to the nature of AFK, and the fact I get some money on the side is even better. I just do it for the XP, and the fact I'm doing some form of skill and being progressive with the account, the fact I can make a little bit of money on the side is even better as well. Now, one thing you can do to even enhance this a little bit more, you can throw these into a plank maker in your machines in the Invention Guild, and that will make a little bit more money on the top as well for all your AFK needs as well. So this one we did a video about probably last week, and this is Divination. So Divination we've gone over very recently on the channel, but again, just to highlight the fact that it is something which is so AFK and quite easily like accessible for you to do something else. Again, all these skills for me are aimed to be able to be doing something else on the computer, whether it's editing, playing another account, or just doing some other stuff. So I can still get some form of progress, and more importantly for me, a lot of these are aimed towards like a little bit of money on the side. And that's pretty much how a lot of the profit comes for this account. Unless I'm doing Slayer or some form of bossing, a lot of my GP to like top up whatever I need or whatever I need to buy does come from AFK. Now for Divination, I do it slightly differently. Basically what I use for my time, I basically collect my own energy. Because I'm using so many portals and stuff, a little stint of Divination every now and then just means I have enough energy to make all the portals I could possibly need. If I've got like a massive surplus of energy, which sometimes I do, I'll just sell it, and then that's just some money as well. In terms of profit, because I've got divine conversion, and because I can make the memories convert to energy really, really quick, I can make up to about 10 mil per hour. Again, you can do, I think it's World 79, where you can get the divine enriched wisps all the time because of the amount of people playing on it. I would recommend that. I'm just unsociable, and I'll just do it on 92. But again, I'm only hampering my ability to make money if you're after pure money and XP, definitely go to the world. It's as if you're going to be using 84 or 99 for a portable. It will just make you a lot more money. But again, Divination, again, with the Elders and probably Archaeology. Archaeology's up on the list as well. One of my favourite money makers just because of how AFK, chill and relax, and I just have to pay attention every now and then. I'm not having to focus on it, which sometimes with rituals you can be, but this is just pure AFK. So one of my all-time favourites, and probably will be for forever, every account I play on ends up having this skill really, really high, just due to the sheer full AFK ability of it, is Archaeology. Now, Archaeology does have the bonus effect now of being able to make money through materials. You can restore your artifacts and then break them down into components to then sell in crates. However, just being able to do the pure Archaeology, keep hold of the artifacts, not too bothered about restoring the artifacts from 200 mil, and then just selling the materials can just bring you so much profit per hour. Now, the profit depends a lot because the prices of the materials do shift an awful lot. Sometimes there's a certain demand on one, sometimes there's a demand on other. But Archaeology will always be a consistent, in my opinion, 3 to 4 mil base per hour. If you're on a spot which really has high demand, that can make even more money per hour. But for me, what overrules here, again with Divination Elders, is for sheer AFK. Archaeology is probably the most AFK out of the 3, and it's why I enjoy it the most as well. So every account I always seem to have, as long as I've got things like the auto screener and some form of porter, it will always be my favourite skill just due to how AFK and chill it is. It's one of those skills where I can just leave myself to do it for a while. But yes, Archaeology is very, very good and definitely something to train. It's not just something for AFK money, the relics do have a massive effect on how you do play as well. So finally, our final money-making method, I'm just trying to think where's the closest to go. So the final method is something we're going to be doing some work on in a video very, very soon, and that is going to be smithing. So the reason smithing is so good is because it's AFK, and not only that as well, the price and profit from all the bars, not just the highest tier bars, especially the lower tier bars as well, is got quite high lately, and bar prices really are starting to shift upwards in a good way as well. So smithing, especially like Elder Rune bars, can make something like 5.66 mil per hour, but you can still see like the level 1, 10 and 20 bars in the 3 mil range as well. So this is a good AFK moneymaker for pretty much any account level as well. But again, like I said, this will be something we'll do another video in because there's loads of little perks and like little additions to add into it as well. But smithing is very, very good. And if you do have a smithing level and you want to look to make some money, especially like at the minute on Market Watch, we've noticed that Addy bars have been very high, Rune bars have been high, or a Calcum are about where they need to be. But if you're a new level account, Bronze, Iron, Steel are also very, very good as well. But that's going to be my 5 AFK methods I will be doing throughout the 2024. For both profit, XP, or just for pure AFK-ness as well. Again, the best one for AFK is Arc. The best one for profit can be sort of a throw up between Divination, making bars and rituals. And the one I do need to do the most of is probably Elders because I want to get my woodcutting up for this year. But again, if you've got any AFK money makers which I've missed off, make sure to throw them in the comments. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Plenty more content coming out. We're pretty regular now on the account. We're very consistent with the uploads, I think, anyway. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to like the video and subscribe once again. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.